And now for your daily news, introducing Papi Chancleta.
Well, hello, my daily people. This is Papi Chancleta reporting live from the inside of Buffalo State College. Today's topic, homelessness within the lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender community. This is a definite issue at large. LGBT youth face rejection from their families as well as social stains and social inequity, which leads to the emotional and physical pain and depression that these people are dealt with after dealing with this issue. Also, what is the impact of LGBT homelessness, and how can this become an issue that we make avoidable and possibly end it? And lastly, what happens to these people? What kind of conflicts do they bump into out on the streets where they have no home, no safe haven, and no place to call their own? So here's what me and my camera crew did. We took our equipment to downtown London in hopes that we would spark a few conversations and talk to some unfortunately homeless people, in the hopes that somebody could share a story with us that pertains to this exact subject. Take a look.
First off, I'ma start charging y'all per compliment you give to me. See how much person.
So I ran into a very special individual. Her name is Chompy. Chompy identifies as a bisexual female, and in current events, her parents just so happened to kick her out of, their house because she came out to them. And her friend just let her in, gave her a place to stay in her apartment, and we're gonna go talk to Chompy right now.
So, kill me martyrs and most of my Holy Ghost host a party in the mountain. I brought my unruly self.
I think this is the one. Yeah, what are we gonna really talk about? So first off, Chompy, I would definitely like to thank you for having me and my camera crew entirely of you and pals, living establishment. That's a very generous thing to do, being that, we don't know each other that very much. But today I'm hoping to gain a little bit more information about you. Now, Chompy, I don't know if you know this or not, but out of the entire youth population, about 5 to 10% of them are LGBT. Now, out of the entire population of homeless youth itself across the United States, there are about 20 to 40% LGBT. That's a lot of people. A lot. Chompy, I'm very interested in your story, so I would like you to take me all the way to the beginning, the origins, where it started.
Alright, well, I guess it all started around middle school. I realized that I didn't really have guy crushes, and I kind of felt like I was drifting. I didn't know who I was, and then kind of out of nowhere, it just sort of hit me. I realized that, crap, man, I'm attracted to women, and I didn't really think it was unnatural until that point, until I realized that everyone else around me, every other girl around me didn't really like other women. They was interested in men. And I met a girl in my middle school. It was like 7th grade, and we got really close. She sort of helped me discover who I was, and of course, because of that, I sort of fell in love with her. Next thing I know, we're in my house, and I'm expressing my like for her, if you catch my drift, and my mom bursts in the room. She was ready to kick me out at that point, but
And how did that feel to you?
I couldn't let that happen. I couldn't fend for myself. I was a child, so I lied. I said she forced me, And my mom never let me see her again. Um, I also convinced her not to press charges, though. That would be pretty messed up if I did. Uh, then it was high school. Another girl came back into my life, and the thing about these relationships with these women was that I wasn't planned for it. I wasn't warned. They just kind of dropped in like flies, like dead flies.
What was her name?
Let's call this girl S. We started off as friends, but it turned into sort of the same cycle, and I don't know what it was. It was probably the universe telling me that it was time to come out, but my mom magically bursted in on us again, and I just couldn't lie this time. My mom saw past me regardless, and she didn't kick me out, but she did torment me, and in exchange, she hit me a lot. She was definitely more aggressive, emotionally and verbally, all because of this one aspect about your personality that you can't change. It's crazy. It was very apparent to me that everyone has some sort of breaking point, and that day was mine, most definitely. I couldn't take it anymore, and on October 5th of 2014, I left my mom's house. That was also the first day that I ever hit her back. Ever. I didn't have anyone to turn to, so I joined a gang. I didn't want to live on the streets, so that was the only choice that I felt that I had as an adolescent. They were my new family. They accepted me. They went by the PPs. I know it sounds weird, but it standed for the pupil prissies. I never knew what its actual meaning was. After my run with the PPs, I met a lady on the street, and she introduced me to this sort of housing for LGBT youth. It was sort of a program by the government, or it was a nonprofit. I didn't know. Through them, I met my friend Pal. He was straight, but he definitely supported LGBT. Right, so because of that, his mom, being all Christian and religious and everything, kicked him out. We became really good friends, and he took me in and gave me a room to sleep in. For free, man. I guess it really is a small shed of light in this dark world. Well, that's my story. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Would you like something to drink?
Chompy and Pal, I just want to thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for having me here and sharing your stories with me. You've been nothing but nice to me. Thank you so much. I was in the office just now when Chompy just sent me a personal email explaining her final thoughts in which she wanted to resonate with everyone. So let's take a look at that right now. Poppy Chinklater, signing out. Hey Poppy Chinklater, it's Chompy. I just wanted to first off, say that was a really fun, nice experience. Having your crew come in and interview me and stuff like that. And I just wanted to say these last things. This population of LGBT youth should be recognized. Not saying that it's the only one that should be recognized, of course, because homelessness is a problem by itself. But this population deserves the attention because the primary cause of the homelessness is being LGBT.